Hi and welcome to Dave's Beatles channel. Today's video is episode 2 of my Apple Records album series, so please come and join me. So hello and a very warm welcome today to Dave's Beatles channel. Hope I find all you fabulous Beatles people doing really well out there, and thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. Well, the subject for today's showing is episode 2 of my Apple Records album series, and it's the Modern Jazz Quartet Under the Jasmine Tree. And I really love the artwork on this cover. It looks absolutely superb. It's just over my shoulder there, as you can see. So in this series, I've decided to show each album in release date order, as well as showing any additional USA or reissue pressings and 8 tracks too along the way. So obviously I won't be showing any solo Beatles albums, just the other artists that were signed to Apple Records with the dedicated UK and USA releases. Anyway, that will be coming up very, very shortly, but now of course it's time for... So it's on to the old shout outs then, and we're going to be saying a big hi to M, Pete Terry, Gerard McMullin, hi Gerard, Mark Foster, Neil Blanchard, Frank Vieira, Nick Elias and David Rainey. So that's a big hi from yours truly, Beatle Dave. So on to the main event then today, and it's episode 2 of my Apple Records album series, so please come and join me. Under the Jasmine Tree is an album by the American jazz group the Modern Jazz Quartet, featuring performances recorded in December 1967, which was eventually released in the UK on Apple Records on the 6th of December 1968. The Modern Jazz Quartet consisted of Milt Jackson on vibraphone, John Lewis on piano, Percy Heath on double bass and Connie Kay on drums and percussion. And at this point, when Under the Jasmine Tree was released, the band had been together for 14 years. The quartet were first brought through the agency of the first head of Apple Records, Ron Cass, and it was because of his suggestion and also respect for him at Apple that ensured the Modern Jazz Quartet would be the only jazz band signed to the label. Being the 4th released album on Apple so far, reviews were favourable, with one review stating, "The programme is more or less standard, poised, painstakingly structured, gently swinging with the group's interplay as telepathic as ever." So let's take a look. So here is then the Modern Jazz Quartet Under the Jasmine Tree on Apple Records Sapcor 4, released on the 6th of December 1968, which was the same day as the James Taylor LP I showed on the previous episode. Great sleeve was designed by Alan Aldridge, a really colourful looking, fabulous looking sleeve. So we're going to look at that first. And it really is, it's a lovely laminate. On these early Apple albums, they're really, really fantastically made with these laminate. It's such a high gloss on these, really, really nice. So there we are, Modern Jazz Quartet, Under the Jasmine Tree. And we got that fabulous graphic there. Really good looking cover, this one. And then on the reverse, we've got Under the Jasmine Tree, we've got the two sides, side 1 and 2, with the blue necklace, 3 little feelings, parts 1, 2 and 3, and side 2, exposure and the Jasmine Tree. A little bit about the guys there, a little bit of information by Bob Dorbarn. Really great album. And at the bottom there, got Sapcor 4. And the sleeve designed by Alan Aldridge, bottom right there. Really fantastic sleeve. And this one's completely laminated both sides, so that's even better. That's really, really great. And then we got our spine there. There's no black inner sleeve on this particular issue. This particular record came from a guy that actually worked at the actual EMI plant there in Hayes, Middlesex. And this was the actual inner that came with it, so I'm not going to dispute it, but obviously it must have been a factory issue record that they had around there somewhere, but obviously he must have had a few of the records. So it's just a bulk standard white inner there. So onto the vinyl then. And contrary to popular belief, there is no mono edition of this particular record. Some advertising at the time advertised the Modern Jazz Quartet under the Jasmine Tree on Sapcor 4, but there never has been a mono edition of this LP. Lovely labels on this, really nice Granny Smith, nice dark label. You've got the sold in UK details there, along with the album title and all the track listings, and the 33 1/3 manufactured in UK side 1, and the matrix number on side 1. It's got actually two matrix numbers, one's crossed out, you may be able to see them, it's just slightly there. You've got STAP-2-A-1, which is crossed out, whereas the actual matrix number is Sapcor 4A-1. Really great, that one, really nice record. And then side 2, same again, we've got the sold in UK details there with the title and the track listings, and then we've got the 33 1/3 side 2 with stereo Sapcor 4, and once again we've got those two matrix numbers with the one crossed out there. You can just about see those there reflected with STAP-2-B-1 crossed out and Sapcor 4B-1 next to it. That's an absolutely pristine copy. So the next edition then I've got to show of Under the Jasmine Tree is the USA version. This one is completely sealed. It's released on the 17th of February 1969, which again is the same day as the James Taylor LP was released in the US. Catalogue number ST3353. And let's take a look at this. Absolutely completely sealed. A really great seal, this one. It's even got some sort of price there, top right. Doesn't look quite as colourful as the UK edition, just slightly, maybe not as colourful. The colours don't seem to be as vibrant on this one. But then we've got the back exactly the same as the UK version. All the same details there with the Apple Records details there, and manufactured by Apple Records, Hollywood. And then we've got the Alan Aldridge details bottom right there. And then we've got the spine, Modern Jazz Quartet there, Under the Jasmine Tree, stereophonic, and the catalogue number. So the next edition then of Under the Jasmine Tree is a little bit more scarce, this particular one. This is a USA Record Club edition, released on the 17th of February 1969. The catalogue number is ST, then you've got the 5, which denotes it as a Record Club edition, -3353. This one still has the shrink on, but it's open. But you can see top right there, we've got that extra 5 between the ST and the 3353. This one is really, really nice. You've got the normal catalogue number on the left hand side. And once again, it's just a great looking graphic on this particular album. Really looks fabulous. And we'll turn it over a little bit loose, a little bit of tone in there on that edge, look. And we've got a little bit of loose shrink wrap there, but it's still fantastic. So you've got that catalogue number there again, top left. And all the other details as the previous edition. And then bottom right, the Alan Aldridge credits again. And then we've got that spine. So just a plain white Apple inner this time. No thrills. So on to the fabulous vinyl then. There's a slight difference in this one where you've got the indent ring. It's a very small indent ring on these, and you only got those on those Record Club versions of this record. It's a really nice vinyl. It's a lovely weight on these, actually, quite a nice weight. Great labels on here as well, really looking good. And the matrix on side 1 is ST1 53353 H2 2. And then on side 2, once again, a fabulous looking label. And that matrix is ST2 53353 H2 2. It's a really good listen, this album. So the final version of Under the Jasmine Tree I've got here is the most recent vinyl edition. This is part of the Apple Records catalogue campaign and was released on the 18th of May 1993, Sapcor 4. Once again, got a fabulous looking sleeve. Got a little bit of price residue there, sticker on the right hand side. You got the full sleeve. It's slightly glossy, it's not laminated. But the great thing about this album, you've got a fantastic gatefold sleeve, which is like that. You've got a great picture of the guys there, that little Granny Smith. And you've got some information from Andy Davis from Record Collector, as well as all the track information on the right hand side, along with the additional details there on the right hand side for this particular release. And then on the reverse, pretty much the same as the original LP. You got the barcode there top right, which is 0777 975 8210. And this is a genuine UK pressing. And then you've got at the bottom, digitally remastered, originally released in 1968, Apple Records Sapcor 4. And then we've got that spine. Onto the inner sleeve then, and some of these Apple reissues had a great little inner sleeve in them, and they did have a poly-lined inner. So these are actually much better for your records than the original black inner sleeves. Really nice, that one. So onto the fabulous vinyl then, and these reissues are really nicely done. The labels are great. Vinyl's a little bit thin, but it's still really fabulous looking, and they're really well pressed. Really sound really great, these. Nice labels on that, really superb. And the matrix on side 1 is Sapcor 4 A-01-01-1. And then we've got side 2. Turn that round. Another great looking label. And the matrix again is Sapcor 4 B-01-01-1, and that looks absolutely mint condition. So thank you all for joining me and tuning in today, guys. I really appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed seeing the Modern Jazz Quartet album Under the Jasmine Tree. It's a really superb album, especially if you like jazz. It's a really cool jazz album. The next Apple Records album series episode will be back again next month with Mary Hopkin and Postcard. So next week's video, I will be showing the John Lennon ALP box set from 1981. So please make sure you're here next week. Same Beatles time, same Beatles channel. So anyway, as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, why not give us a like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. This is Beatle Dave signing off.